What's up everybody? Welcome to another REI Co-op Gear Guide. My name is Miranda and today we're going to be talking about the best headlamps that you can find at REI this year. So to choose these headlamps, we talked to customers, we looked at reviews, we talked to them in the store when they were buying stuff, and then we took a bunch of headlamps out and we tested them in the field, and this is what we came up with. So our first category is best headlamp for camping and everyday use, and for this we chose the Black Diamond Spot 325. So in choosing the best headlamp for camping and everyday use, we looked for something that had a high max lumen output, as well as a long run time and a variety of different light beams and types. So with the Spot 325, you get a max lumen of 325, which that's going to be when it has both the flood and the spotlight turned on. You have essentially three light settings with the Spot. You have the basic spotlight, and then you have the flood, and you have a red light setting. Kind of cool thing about this headlamp is that it has a locking feature. So you can press and hold the buttons on top of this headlamp, and that's going to lock it so that it won't turn on in your pack or in your pocket or anything like that, which can be a really easy way to drain your batteries, and you're out of luck there. There's also a memory setting on this headlamp. So when the light is on, you can press and hold to dim it. So it'll bring it up to max and then dim it down again. And if you swipe on the side here, the headlamp will go all the way up to its max brightness, and then you can swipe again and it'll go back down to whatever the dimness was that you had set the light at. The Spot 325 has a waterproof rating of IPX8, which means that it can basically be submerged in water for 1.1 meters of water for up to 30 minutes. The runtime on this light varies. When it's on its highest output setting, you're going to get about 4 hours of runtime, and when it's on its lowest setting, you're going to get 200 hours of brightness. So that's when that memory setting really comes in handy. You can just set it to just what you need to be able to see in that light. That's about it for the Spot 325, and our next category is best headlamp you can get for under $20, and for that we chose Petzl's Tikina. The Petzl Tikina is just a really good value headlamp. You get about 250 lumens of light at the maximum setting, but there are three light settings on this. So there's the low light setting, the medium light setting, and then the max 250 lumens light setting. At this max setting, you're going to get about 2 hours of runtime, and then at this low light setting, you get about 120 hours of runtime. One thing to note with the Tikina is that there is no red light. So red lights are helpful for preserving your night vision as well as not blinding your friends across the campfire. But you do have this courtesy tilt feature on this headlamp, so you can tilt it away from the eyes of the people across from you. There is an IPX rating of 4 on this, so that means that it's okay in light splashes of water, but that's about it. Our next category for headlamps are the best rechargeable headlamps, and for this we've chosen the Petzl Actic Core. The Petzl Actic Core uses the Core rechargeable battery pack from Petzl, but it can also run off of AAA batteries. This headlamp gives you a whopping 450 lumens of light at its maximum brightness, but you do get 3 different white light settings as well as a red light setting. So you have your low light, your medium light, and then your max brightness. At this max brightness, you get around 2 hours of runtime, and then at that low light setting, you're going to get about 130 hours of runtime. This has an IPX rating of 4, which again just means light splashes of water. And like I mentioned, it can run off of that Core battery pack that comes with the headlamp, and that's rechargeable via USB. But in a pinch, you can also run this headlamp off of AAAs, as we are doing here. One thing to note is that you will get longer runtime out of the Actic Core battery pack than you will out of AAAs, but this is really nice to have if you don't have the ability to charge the battery pack when you're out in the field. You also have a reflective strap on the Actic Core, and then there is also a whistle on the strap. So yeah, that's the Actic Core. Our last category for headlamps are best lightweight headlamps, and for this we have chosen the BioLite Headlamp 330. So we chose the BioLite headlamp because it's a really streamlined and lightweight design. The strap on this headlamp almost feels like a sweatband, and while you have this bulky battery pack in the back, you barely notice it because the whole headlamp weighs only around 2.4 ounces. This is USB rechargeable, so you can plug it in to charge it up, and it does charge pretty quickly. It has a couple different light settings, and on the brightest setting you get about 3.5 hours of runtime. On the lowest light setting you get 40 hours of runtime. And this is an IPX rating of 4, so again, weather resistant. With these different light settings, you get a wide light, floodlight, a spotlight, as well as a red light setting and a strobe. So just a lot of versatility, and again, it has that courtesy tilt, as I like to call it. That's it for headlamps. If you have any other questions, you can come into the store and talk to the experts there or try out headlamps. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, and we will see you on the trail.